Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL and the AFC North, you already know that the Pittsburgh Steelers are gearing up for a serious push in 2025. After falling just short of the postseason last year, there's a real sense of urgency and excitement around the Steel City. The front office has been busy making moves that could very well define the franchise's future. And I mean, we're talking about a team that has always prided itself on toughness, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. But this offseason, they've gone all in, making some bold decisions to put themselves in the conversation for a Super Bowl run. Right off the bat, the most noticeable move was trading for star wide receiver DK Metcalf. Now, if you're a Steelers fan, you know how much the team has been looking for that elite, game-changing offensive weapon. And Metcalf, with his explosive speed, size, and ability to make contested catches, fits that profile perfectly. He's going to replace George Pickens as the primary target, and honestly, it's a move that signals the Steelers' intent to elevate their passing game significantly. Metcalf will likely see the majority of targets this season, and he's expected to be a focal point in the offense. Imagine the possibilities with him stretching the field and opening up space for other players. This addition instantly boosts the Steelers' offensive firepower, making them a much more dangerous team on paper. But it's not just the offense that's getting a boost. The defense, already solid, has been fortified with veteran talent. The front office brought in Darius Slay Jr. and Jalen Ramsey, two cornerbacks who are well known for their ball-hawking skills and lockdown coverage. These acquisitions are no small feat. They signal that Pittsburgh isn't content to just be a good defensive team. They want to be one of the best defenses in the league. With Slay and Ramsey in the mix, the Steelers could have a secondary that is not only formidable, but also versatile enough to shut down the league's top receivers. And let's not forget that the Steelers' defense has historically been a backbone for the franchise. And with these additions, it could ascend to elite status once again. Now, perhaps the biggest splash of all was the signing of veteran quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Yes, you heard that right, Aaron Rodgers, the future Hall of Famer, is now a Steelers. This move sent shockwaves through the league, and honestly has fans dreaming of another deep playoff run. Rodgers, with his incredible football IQ, pinpoint accuracy, and leadership qualities, brings a veteran presence that could elevate the entire team. His ability to read defenses pre-snap and make quick decisions is exactly what the Steelers needed to complement their roster. This signing not only boosts the offense, but also sends a clear message. The Steelers are all in on contending for a Super Bowl. With Rodgers at the helm, the team feels more confident than ever in their quarterback position, which has been a question mark in recent years. But as we all know, the front office doesn't rest on its laurels. They're always looking for ways to improve, and that's where the potential trade for Jennings comes into play. Now, Jennings isn't just any wide receiver. He's a player who's been making some noise with the San Francisco 49ers. Recently, Jennings has publicly expressed his desire for a contract extension, but the 49ers have been hesitant to meet his demands. That has led to speculation that he could be on the move, especially if the team's negotiations stall. And this is where the Steelers could come in. They're always looking to add depth and explosiveness to their receiving core, especially with Rodgers now leading the offense. Jennings, with his size, speed, and ability to make plays after the catch, could be a perfect fit as a complementary piece alongside Metcalf. The idea of pairing Metcalf and Jennings gives the Steelers a truly dynamic receiving duo. Jennings put up impressive numbers last season, 77 catches for 975 yards and 6 touchdowns, showing he's ready to contribute immediately. His progression over the past year signals that he's not just a role player, he's an emerging star who can help carry the offense. And honestly, the asking price for Jennings wouldn't be exorbitant, probably a third-round pick, which isn't too steep for a player of his potential. For the Steelers, it's a calculated risk worth taking. They need more reliable targets for Rodgers, especially in high-pressure situations, and Jennings could be that guy. Plus, with the team's offensive line providing time and protection, Jennings and Metcalf could turn Pittsburgh's passing attack into one of the most explosive units in the league. Looking at the bigger picture, the Steelers' strategy this offseason has been about building a complete, balanced team capable of competing at the highest level. They've addressed their biggest needs, adding a true number one receiver in Metcalf, bolstering the secondary with Ramsey and Slay, and bringing in Rodgers, who's proven he can elevate teams in big moments. The question now is how these pieces will come together on the field, but the talent, experience, and leadership are all there. If everything clicks, we could be looking at a Steelers team that's not only playoff-bound, but also a serious contender for the Lombardi Trophy. And let's not forget the history of this franchise. The Steelers have always been about resilience, tough defense, and clutch playmakers. They've won 6 Super Bowls, and every time they've been close, it's been their defense and their leadership that made the difference. Now, with a revamped roster that includes Rodgers, Metcalf, Jennings, Ramsey, and Slay, they're stacking the deck to emulate those legendary teams. The AFC North is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Ravens and Bengals always in the mix, but Pittsburgh is clearly signaling that they're here to stay and to dominate. Fans, I want you to imagine what this team could look like come September. Rodgers slinging the ball to Metcalf and Jennings, supported by a secondary that's among the best in the league with Ramsey and Slay. The defense, already solid, now with added veteran savvy, ready to shut down opposing offenses. The offensive line is intact, giving Rodgers the time he needs to make those signature throws. And with a motivated, hungry team, the Steelers might just be the dark horse everyone's overlooking. This is a squad that's been built with purpose, with a clear goal in mind, returning to the Super Bowl and bringing the trophy back home to Pittsburgh. So, as we look at all these pieces coming together, it's impossible not to get excited about what's ahead. There's a real buzz in the air, a feeling that this could be the year the Steelers finally get back to the top. The AFC North is tough, but Pittsburgh has shown before that they thrive under pressure, and now they've assembled a roster that can handle the big moments. The potential trade for Jennings, while not confirmed yet, is just another example of how aggressive the Steelers are being in their pursuit of greatness. They're making bold moves, and that's exactly what a team needs if it wants to chase another Super Bowl victory. Now, I know many of you are eager to share your thoughts, and I want to hear from you. Do you think these offseason moves are enough for the Steelers to contend? Is Jauan Jennings the missing piece? Or do you think they need to make more adjustments before the season kicks off? Whatever your opinion is, drop your comments below. Your voice matters so much to us and to the Steelers community. And remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news about your beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this journey going together. Because at the end of the day, we're all part of this Steelers family, and there's nothing better than sharing the excitement of a new season on the horizon. Thanks for watching, and let's gear up for what promises to be an unforgettable year for the Steelers.